This video is going to be about the 8 reasons why you must seek a mentor if you want to grow your real estate business. Now, I get on the one hand why this may seem a little self-serving. I've been a real estate business coach, helping real estate agents grow and scale their businesses since 2013. So as of the recording, 12 years in doing this. Thousands of agents have been through our world and adopted our lead generation, lead conversion systems. Most recently, last couple of years, we've been going real heavy on implementation with our 90-day program, $1 Million Agent Method. And the reason I want to take time out to go through these reasons is as I'm recording this, I have 3 business coaches. So I've got 5 coaches overall right now. My journey for growth is probably never going to end. What I'm going to go through is not something I just think you should do. It's something I've experienced. I stopped counting at $1 million invested. I'm probably at 1.2, 1.3, or even a little bit more invested. It's been a 10x return, right? So in terms of like the direct investment and, the financial return, a 10x return across the boards. Yeah, have there been, coaching programs or mentors where I didn't get a lot of value? For sure, but I usually find the right person to get me to that next level or that next season of growth. So let's dive into the 8 reasons why really you should consider mentorship. And if it's us, that is great. If it's not us, that is great as well. But reason number 1 is accountability. Raise your hand if you are your own worst boss, right? We let ourselves off the hook for so many things that if you had a corporate job and you had a corporate job in sales and there was structure and you had a manager, you'd probably lose your job on day 1. 99% of agents, if you followed them around for a single day and you monitored their activities and did you actually do the job of a real estate salesperson today, let alone business building, which is the system side of things, which is what we specialize in. But the accountability to do the things necessary to build out your business and grow your income, accountability is a requirement. And it's like in anything. Even take a time maybe where you're focused on your physical body. What motivated you to work hard for 3 months or 4 months? It's typically someone, an accountability partner, or you hired a coach that is going to meet you at the gym 3 times a week, and they're going to track your macros and they're going to look at all the numbers and hold you accountable. And they're not going to, you're not going to not show up for them, and they're not going to let you not show up for them. So accountability is number 1. It's the least sexy of all the 8 reasons. So I thought I'd start with something low, set the bar pretty low, and then we'll go up from there. So number 2 reason why you want to seek out mentorship is experience. Typically anyone that comes into our world, they've taken their business to a certain level and they're looking to take their business to that next level. So let me give you a concrete example. Journey to $1 million of GCI, the way we've laid it out is that it's a 4-stage journey. And what gets you to 100,000 GCI is different than what gets you to the 250 to 500 and then ultimately to $1 million. And there's just different mindsets and different systems to build out and different delegations and automations. There's so many different aspects. And if you aren't working with somebody that has navigated all those stages of growth, chances are you're not going to be able to do it yourself. There are a lot of coaching programs out there or mentors that they'll claim that they can get you to the next season of growth. But if they haven't gotten to 250K GCI or 500K GCI, are you really, it's like the blind leading the blind, right? That is not something you want to do with a mentor or a coach. So they have to have a baseline level of experience at that next stage or a couple stages beyond where you're at in your business growth journey. The 3rd reason why you want to seek mentorship if you're looking to grow your real estate business is that typically a really good mentor, they have the systems that you'll need to implement to get to that next stage of growth. So if you're going from 100K to 250K, typically there are lead generation systems, there are lead conversion systems. It's not just putting in more effort. There's only so many hours in a day. Typically the answer to that next stage of growth is systems. And when I define a business, right, that is the work that we help agents do. We require for, 4 or 5 hours a week, they put on their business building hat. I consider a business as simply a system of systems. And, we work together for 90 days with our members in $1 Million Agent Method, and we help them build out actual lead generation systems that are documented and will run for many years to come outside of the 90 days we work together. Lead conversion systems, the nurture emails and text sequences or video, the process you use to secure listings or to secure buyers, or the client care processes and checklists that you use to deliver a world-class service to your clients that doesn't rely solely on you, the byproduct of which are referrals. Every transaction, we want another transaction to come just via the world-class experience that you've documented and you're executing, and even to do that at scale, right? So it's the systems approach that a good mentor will have you thinking as a business builder and not just, make more calls. Why didn't you make your calls? Why didn't you make your calls? And just having you feel like, oh my gosh, is this the only thing we're going to do all the time? Are we ever going to work on building a business, right? So depending on your season of growth, you need to make those calls and have those meaningful conversations, albeit we don't teach paid leads. We don't teach cold calling or anything like that. But the lead generation systems that we teach have inbound, organic, high quality, warm leads that are coming in. The fourth reason why you really need to seek mentorship if you want to grow your real estate business is that it will save years. I mean, years in terms of the journey that you wanted to go on. Let's say you're at 100,000, you want to 10x your business to $1 million. You may figure it out one day, but wouldn't it be awesome just to get a mentor that can show you the exact step-by-step way to get there? We have the entire, and I know this sounds a little bit like a commercial for $1 Million Agent Method, but it is something I'm massively proud of. So bear with me a little bit. And hopefully the examples I give are helpful. To get to 100 requires hustle, and just let everyone know that you're a real estate agent and you're probably haphazard on social media. Maybe your database isn't put together, but people at least know you're in the business. That's more than the average agent selling 10 homes, $10,000 commission check each gets you to that 100,000. To get from 100,000 to 250,000, it's a different game entirely. You have to have a steady source of leads coming in. I'm not talking about paying for leads. I'm talking about structuring and building your database. I'm talking about setting up and expanding your digital footprint. Maybe you've got a direct response sort of letter campaign to expireds, or a letter campaign to for sale by owners, or a motivated sellers letter campaign. There are lead generation systems that you have to put in place in order to get that next level of growth. And so you can set up those systems and not have to go through the dozens of things that don't work, and save years implementing only the things that work. I talked to agents. I had a conversation with an agent today, 14 years in the business, and she did really well last year. She sold 19 homes. That's probably not top 1%, but maybe top 2%. No systems though. I know that she's gonna be able to double, if not triple her business and work a reasonable amount of hours and hit her financial goals. She has a goal of saving $500,000 cash in the next 3 years. And I'm as close to 100% certain that she's going to be able to get there. Left to the way she was doing it, because she had never hired a business coach before, I'm not sure that she could have done it in 5 or 7 years, but the confidence that she can now be on the right track to do it and save many years, because she wants to retire in 3 years and save that 500,000, a bit of a nest egg. I'm confident that she can now do it. So you'll save years working with a mentor that has done the thing you're looking to do. The fifth reason that you want to hire or at least consider a mentor is that they'll help you prioritize. There could be 12 things you need to do to go from 100,000 to 250,000, which is 2 to 3 deals per month, to get to maybe even 500,000 if that's a goal. There may be a dozen sort of like big chunky systems or priorities that you need to focus on. But if you do them in the wrong order, you may not get the result that you're looking for, or you may go out of bounds on working too many hours, and maybe you've got a wife or kids or a spouse, or you've got other things going on. You don't want to give up on your personal life while you're building your business. And then even within the business, you have to make sure you're working on the right thing at the right time, and you're not focused on all the distractions, what other agents are working on and what they're building out in their business, right? So it's focusing on the things that are going to get you to that next step in the business. And usually it's as mentioned earlier, there's a series of automations and delegations. 80% of what a real estate agent does is generally administrative in nature, where it can either be automated or delegated to someone that's earning a lot less than $10 per hour, where you can go out and earn $100 or $250 or even $500 per hour. The sixth reason why you want to consider hiring a mentor is personal growth. Building a business is going to challenge you in all these crazy different ways, part of the cool journey that you'll be on is that you will grow personally in ways that you couldn't imagine. Give you one example. My business, and this isn't going to shed too positive a light on me, but I'm going to be honest here. When I first started bringing leverage, even my first administrative hire, I was able to grow my business to about 120 transactions with just like one junior buyer agent and an administrator. I think we may have had like a couple other agents join the team that year. I didn't want to build a team, but I had so much opportunity because I had installed these lead generation systems that I was almost forced to, like I couldn't handle all the opportunity. I didn't know how to lead others. And I'm generally introverted. I joke even with my team now that like, don't look behind the curtain. I'm just pulling the strings and setting up the systems. And back in the early days, I didn't know how to lead people. So I was very reactive and triggered, and people were there almost to like a cog in the wheel. And the growth over the years, and this is a decade of, not big teams. I haven't built massive businesses, but just the personal growth on realizing that I'm in their life to help them achieve their goals. So that's just one little example. Now, like I come to every interaction with my team and it's more or less, I'm thinking, okay, this may be their challenge. How can I help them hit their income goals? Or, what maybe even difficult conversation would I need to have with this team member so that they can get to their next level and the company can win and they can win. And so that's an example of like a personal growth inside the business, so this business growth journey will support you growing in ways that you really possibly couldn't imagine. Specifically in our $1 Million Agent method, we have a very simple implementation dashboard, we call it, where you're going to track a handful of things around your productivity and time management. And these are like simple check marks around building and structuring your database, around, expanding your digital footprint. And then we have 4 personal growth areas that we track. One is taking care of your physical body, making sure you get your sleep, hydration, reading a book for 10 minutes a day, and then just sitting still, whether you pray or whether you just sit still. Oh, and then also reviewing your goals daily. And so there's just things that you'll do on a daily basis that will help you grow personally. We also have members come in, and the first thing they do in their onboarding process is they go through a personal wellness assessment. There's 10 areas that we assess from a scale of 1 to 10 to see where they are, where they start with us, and where they are, where they end with us. Working with a mentor that they take care of the personal, like the person, and not just help you sell more homes. There's lots of mentors out there that will teach you how to sell more homes, but maybe they've sacrifice something like a marriage or their physical body to get there. And so it's important that you're growing personally as well. The 7th reason to consider bringing a mentor in your life to help you grow your real estate business is income potential. I doubt you got into real estate as a charity. You probably thought the income potential was limitless, and you're realizing that it's really competitive and it's really hard to make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 take home net after paying your broker, right? So the income potential, working with someone that's already charted that course for themselves personally, and they've already taken thousands of members through that same journey, I would put my money on you hiring that mentor versus you doing it on your own. And I would love to see if we could like run parallel universes where you didn't hire a mentor and you did hire the right mentor and you're at 100,000. What are the chances you can go to 200,000 or 300,000 or 400,000 on a proven path versus you just trying to figure it out on your own and watching random YouTubes or, paying for third-party leads or cold calling or door knocking, which is nothing that we teach or nothing we condone, right? So what's your income potential with a mentor, the right mentor, and not having a mentor? All right, the last reason why you want to consider hiring a mentor, and I kind of covered this a little bit in some of what I've talked about, but I wanted to drive home the point that work-life balance. We call it the double win, where you're winning in your real estate business, you're crushing your income goals, but you're also doing it in a reasonable amount of time where you still have time and even just the mental rack space to be able to show up in your family, maybe as a spouse or a parent. Maybe you have older parents of your own that you want to care for and spend time with, or siblings or friends or hobbies that you want to participate in. It's the whole person that needs to be cared cared for if you're going to enter into a mentor relationship. It's something as simple, and we have like we call it the time freedom system in Real Estate B School, where we have you basically time block your calendar when you're going to be working, when you're not going to be working, and then you just stick to those commitments that you make to yourself, because it's not worth having you go from one home sale every other month or one home sale per month to 2, 3 deals, 4+ deals per month consistently if you're working 70 or 80 hours a week. That is not an outcome that we wish for you. It happens a lot in real estate, but it's not one that we want for you, right? So the work-life balance element here is really, really important. So those are the 8 reasons why you must consider a mentorship relationship. Obviously, we're here if you need help implementing systems in your business. That's our sweet spot. We work together for only 90 days. The outcome of those 90 days, heavy implementation, 4 lead generation levers are implemented in your business. We've got 10 total. You work with an implementation coach one-on-one to decide which lead generation levers are going to serve you. Each are good for 1+ transactions per month. So we really stack the deck in your favor, helping you implement those lead generation levers and all the lead conversion systems, all the sales frameworks, all of that stuff. Turnkey, swipeable, deployable, plug and chug right into your business. So if that is you and you know you need that implementation support, just go to millionagentmethod.com. There's a 7-minute video. If it resonates, definitely book in a call with my team. We call it a business growth strategy session. These are not hardcore closer type calls. We're just going to look at your business, where you are now, where you want to be in the future, what's been holding you back, what have you tried that maybe hasn't worked. And then if a conversation about Real Estate B School or specifically $1 Million Agent Method makes sense, we'll talk about it. If it doesn't, that's totally cool as well. So hopefully we'll see you over there, or we'll see you on the next video. Be good.